It's over. It's over. It's over.
Go crazy, yeah, go ballistic. This is Raider Pride 365, we live it. If y'all come visit, y'all finna witness why we #1 in the James River District. Hey, one time for that green and gold. Once we get pumped, we can't be controlled. No. We out here rolling, achieving goals. Either you okay with it or leave the road. Hey, get out the way, beat, cause we coming that energy, please keep. Ain't no faking, Raider Nation, bleeds deep. Yup, like the late great Speedy. Ain't our domination, no slack motivation. Till we hit top destination, we going all out to the end of regulation, huh?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and we are here to bring you tonight's broadcast, live audio broadcast, as the Nottoway Cougars 0-4 coming into this contest looking for their first win. It's homecoming, taking on your Amelia Raiders, who are 1-2, looking to get things back on the right track. So we got a good one coming for you tonight. Nottoway's about to kick the ball off. We're about to bring you the broadcast once again. Everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Let's get it going. All right, so things get going. Amelia has taken possession of the football, and we're ready to get things rocking and rolling here from Nottoway High School. The Raiders are going to take possession. They're sitting at the – looks like they're going to start this drive from the 44-yard line. So they'll get things going from the 44-yard line. Change at quarterback. We'll have Todd Spurlock, who will be under center for the Raiders tonight due to Tyler Sherwood being out with a fractured finger. So he'll be a game-to-game status for the Raiders. But right now we got Spurlock, who was a quarterback, started quarterback last year for the Raiders, and see how things go. Actually, they're starting from the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They hand it off to Jakai Woodley, and Woodley is going to be brought down maybe at a gain of 3 there. And it looks like we have number 44, Xavier McCain, with the tackle for Nottoway.
Ball on the opposite 48-yard line.
So second, it's like 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Spurlock in the gun with 3 receivers on the near side, and then Spurlock's going to take it, make a little juke move, slipped a little, and he's going to get pushed out by number 22, Deontay Watson, the junior. But that's going to get the Raiders a little bit closer to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 here for Amelia as they have crossed into Nottoway territory, and they will be at the 40, in between the 44 and the 43-yard line. So we'll say 43 to be on the safe side. Good way for the Raiders to get this thing started. Great job so far. Oh, he lost control over the snap, goes flying, and Spurlock was able to fall on it, but the Raiders lose major yardage. And so the Raiders are going to be sitting now on 4th down at the 42-yard line on the opposite side. So a promising start to a drive goes astray here for the Raiders. So it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 17 here for Amelia.
With the ball on the 43-yard line.
So here come the 4th down and a little bit of pressure there, and they boot it away. Great job there by the Raiders. Taken at the 26-yard line, and this is McCain. And, McCain looked like he was going to make something happen there for the Cougars. But number 16, Jaden Squire, will get the stop for the Raiders. And now we will see the Cougars take over for their first drive. The Cougars will be sitting at the 40-yard line, and good field position for Nottoway to get started. I had a chance to talk to a couple of the Nottoway media before the game, and they told me Nottoway was in a big big-time 6 overtime thriller against Brunswick, which they came up a little bit short. So this Nottoway Cougar team here on homecoming, itching for a win tonight. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Cougars. And we'll see Andreas Johnson. And Johnson, there's a flag on the play. This one might be against the Raiders.
Offsides on Amelia.
So that's a 5-yard penalty. And it was offsides against the Raiders. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 45-yard line.
1st and 5.
So here we go, 1st and 5. In the gun with 2 backs. Johnson decides to take it himself, and he makes a couple moves, but then the Raiders D-line steps up, and it looks like number 77 was the first Raider there.
2nd and 2 for your Nottoway
And I
Cougars on the
unfortunately do
48-yard
not
line.
have number 77 for the Raiders. But it'll be 2nd and 2 coming up for Nottoway. So 2nd and 2. And they're going to try to go up the right side, but the Raiders defense is waiting. And that was a great job there. Number 15, Alex Herman, a.k.a. the Herminator, with a nice stop. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up for Nottoway. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. So we're still early on. And the Cougars are at the 49-yard line. Third and 1, and we've got a flag. And it looks like this is going to go against the Cougars, and that's not what you want, especially on that 3rd and 1, that good opportunity to get across into Raider territory. And you see the Nottoway players taking a step back, walking back.
False start on Nottoway. That'll move us back
So it's going to be
5
3rd
yards.
and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Cougars.
So sitting now at 3rd and 6 here for Nottoway, and they're back at the 44-yard line. Johnson, who's been moving and grooving early here for the Cougars, breaks his team out of the huddle. 2 receivers on the near side and 1 up top. 2 backs in the backfield right beside Johnson. And they give it off there to number 30. Anton Carter Jr., and I think he may have gotten the first, but there's a Raider down, and that looks to be James Poole. And if you're the Raiders, you don't want to see that because James Poole is a vital part of that Raider defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a Raider
And so we'll see what things go as they're attending to him. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network. We'll be back in just a second with a little bit more. 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors as Hustle Indefinitely. Part-time is not an option. Make sure that you hustle indefinitely. That's at www.hustleindefinitely.com. Part-time is not an option. Hustle indefinitely. This is a mindset you must keep in order to reach your goals. Reaching your goals will not be easy, and many will try to discourage you, making it more challenging. But in the end, it will make you stronger mentally and physically. So no matter what, do not give up. Don't quit. It's not just a clothing line. It's a way of life. Hustled indefinitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remember that at halftime today we will have our homecoming court, and the homecoming
All right, so while we're waiting, it looks like James Poole is still down. Just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up. So we're still 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in this first quarter, and Poole is down, and they are bringing the medical team out on the field just to check in on him. And as soon as we get any update or any type of information, we will definitely pass it along. So with Poole down, like I said, it's a very critical piece to the Raiders' defense. He's a senior. He's done so many great things for this Amelia team. And so they're still attending to him. And as we get an update, we will definitely let you know. 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Score, still scoreless. So it looks like James may be okay. He did get up on his own power here, so that's a good sign right there for the Raiders. I hope he is okay. They did bring the ambulance squad out to check him out. So, real quick shout out to the Nottoway County Emergency Squad for getting over there fast and furiously to check on James. And so, as James, I can see him kind of walking towards uh, the gurney, and he's not putting any weight on the leg. So, we'll see what happens here for Mr. Poole. So, our thoughts and our prayers go out to James and the family. So 1st and 10 coming up here for Nottoway. They're in Amelia territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. So now that everything is kind of calmed down a little bit, and James is being escorted out by the Nottoway County Emergency Squad. Once again, our thoughts and prayers out to James and hope that he is okay. So 8 minutes and 2 seconds First and 10 for Nottoway. And the snap is taken as Johnson. And Johnson makes a move or two, but he is going to be met there by number 3, Justin Purry. So Purry comes through with the tackle. It's going to bring up second down. So looking about 2nd and 6 here coming up for Nottoway. And they're sitting at with the tip of the ball on the 45-yard line. Seven minutes and 25 seconds left in the quarter. So three receivers, 2 at the bottom on the near side, 1 up top, and we've got a flag on the play, and it's going to be a false start against Nottoway. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to make it 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11, that's something good there for the Raiders. That'll put Nottoway back into their own territory, at least on the nose of the 50. So the Cougars come to the line. One receiver on the far side, 2 here at the bottom. And they hand it off once again to Carter Jr. And Carter Jr. may have picked up a yard there.
On the 49-yard line for the Cougars.
So 3rd and 10 for Nottoway. 6 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Raiders defense trying to get out of this one and to get that offense back on the field. First James River District matchup for both teams, but one of the greatest rivalries in the district's history. Relive tonight. Man in motion, that's Watson in motion, and we've got a flag on the play. And I think this is going to be against Nottoway based off of the reaction of number 52, Jason Higgins, for the Cougars. He tossed his arms in the air, was like, man, come on. So that's going to make it 3rd and 15 here for Nottoway. 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in this first quarter. And time continues to tick. But the Raiders have a good chance to get out of this one if they can make another stop. Here we go. Raiders showing a little bit of the blitz there. And they hand it off once again. And rumbling, tumbling there is Carter Jr. And he's going to get brought down. And that looks to be number 24, Caleb Martin. Caleb's dad, a former Amelia Raider football player. One of the toughest out there. Got a chance to go to school. Dad was a year behind me in high school, but one of the toughest Amelia Raiders out there. And now his son is playing here for the Raiders. So it's going to be 4th and 8 here for Nottoway. Is the punt by Johnson. He does not just the quarterback, but boots that one away, and that's going to roll a nice friendly Nottoway roll inside of the 10. Looks like they may be putting this one near the 7-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 7-yard line, deep in their own territory. And we'll see what Nottoway, if the defense can hold up and maybe get the ball back in a good spot, or can the Raiders take this bad boy, I don't know, 93 yards down the field and put some points up on the board. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell on LegacyMaker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning into this audio broadcast as your Amelia Raiders take on the Nottoway Cougars and what is one of the longest rivalries in the James River District. So 1st and 10. And there's a give off, and there's a nice run. And it looks like that was Jakai Woodley, the senior. So great job there by Woodley. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Raiders. Nice run up the middle. And that ball is going to be at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for Amelia.
1st and 10 for Amelia at the 19-yard line.
First and 10. Spurlock in the gun with 2 receivers at the bottom. 1 up top, excuse me, 2 up top. Now Spurlock trying to make something out of this, and he will go nowhere as the Cougar defense is there to stop him. And it looks like number 10, Aiden Martin, was the first one there for the Cougars, and that's going to push the Raiders back at least, looks like it's about 6 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 16 coming up for Amelia.
That'll be 2nd and 16 for the Amelia Raiders.
So they'll put the Raiders at the 14-yard line. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first quarter. And now the Raiders Spurlock in the gun, a little movement there. Tosses it to Woodley. Now Woodley's going to try to bounce to the outside. He's lost his footing. He lost his footing, and it looks like they may have not gained anything on that. And this will remain 16 yards to go, so 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16 for the Amelia Raiders.
And Woodley looked like he had a good shot at it, but he slips. And just the slip right there will cost the Raiders just a little bit. So it'll be 3rd and 16 from the 14-yard line.
Let's hear it for the Nottoway defense.
So Raiders have 3 receivers at the bottom with 1 back beside Spurlock and 1 receiver up top. Spurlock steps under some pressure. Spurlock is rolling in towards the end zone. Lets one loose down the field. He has a couple of Raiders, and it's caught. What a catch! Number 2, Jaquan Pegram.
First down.
Oh, first down Raiders as Pegram with the big catch. It was tipped into the air. It was himself and Justin Squire down there, and Squire tipped it initially, and then it was almost like a Hail Mary type of situation as Pegram brings it in. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 45-yard line. What a great effort there by the Raiders. And Spurlock just kind of he was just rolling around a little bit, and he saw 2 of his guys on that left side. 1st and 10, and that was a bad snap. Oh, and it was close. The Cougars almost took it back. So that's the 2nd high snap that we've seen in this contest. And once again, now the Raiders are sitting at 2nd and 15 here. So So 2nd and 15, and I'm going to tell you what, that play was just an amazing one there for the Raiders. As now they try to get some of that yardage back, and they give it off, and that's Jakai Woodley. Woodley bounces. There's a flag on that one, and Woodley will probably gain 2, and it looks like number 33, Jadarian Hendricks, is the one that gets the tackle, but I think this may be coming back. And it is holding against the Raiders. And the Raiders, after a great play, have backed themselves up once again. So we're going to be looking at 2nd and 25 here for Amelia.
That'll be 2nd down and 25 on the 30-yard line for the Amelia Raiders.
All right, so 1 minute and 5 seconds left in this first quarter. Raiders, Spurlock in the gun, will dump it off there, and that looks to be Justin Perry, and Justin Perry making some plays as he bounced to the outside. 30, 20, cuts back one more time, and Perry's going to be brought down at the 6-yard line. First down Raiders. What a catch and run by Justin Perry. Oh, man, what a pickup.
First and goal for the Raiders.
So 1st and goal for Amelia. Great pass by Spurlock. little screen, and it was all Justin Purry. He cut up around the top. He cut back towards the middle. He made a little juke move, and it got himself inside of the 10. And they're going to be at the 9-yard line. I thought they were at the 6, so excuse me. They're at the 9-yard line. So first and goal for the Raiders from the 9. So it was looking a little bit grim for the Raiders, and now all of a sudden things have changed. They give it off, and great job by the Nottoway defense. They give it to Zaire Washington, and Washington is stopped immediately by the Nottoway defensive line. And it looks like they may have lost. See how far they go back here. So they lost 1 yard. So it'll be second and goal from the 10. Here's the problem, though. The Raiders have not been able to keep things rolling. So what'll happen is the Raiders will get a big play. At least that's the vibe that we're getting right now. They'll get a big play, and from that big play, they will either get a penalty or lose yards on the very next play. But we head to the second quarter with the score 0-0, and the Raiders, after a great play from Spurlock to Justin Purry, who just was out there running for his life out there, gets a big first down. It'll be second and 10 here for Amelia once we get back. And we head to the second quarter with a score 0-0. We'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Legendary Cultural Films, with their brand new movie, Black Sheep, which will be coming out soon on Tubi. So make sure that you be on the lookout, be ready. It's going to be coming soon. It should be a very, very, very fun and interesting drama-filled film from Legendary Culture Films. It's about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets and becomes an outcast and the target. And then that turns into a war in the city. Black Sheep coming out on Legendary Culture Films. All right, so we're back. Start of the second quarter. The Raiders are in position here with a chance. And another high snap. That's the third one. Spurlock is dancing around in the back, looks towards the end zone, and it's caught, and touchdown Raiders. And I'm trying to make sure who it is that caught that touchdown. I want to say it's Anthony Harris, but he won't turn around so I can tell you. And it is Anthony Harris with the touchdown for the Raiders. Spurlock had a lot of time back there, danced around a little bit, and is able to find Anthony Harris for the Raider touchdown. It's 6-0 Amelia. Great job there on that drive by the Raiders. Like, still some trials and tribulations on that one because they had a couple of opportunities where it was like, hey, guys, you can't lose yards after every big play. But they found a way to persevere. The kick is up, and it is no good. That was T.J. Penny. From this angle, it looked good, but I couldn't tell. But they said it was no good. So the score will remain Amelia 6, Nottoway 0 with 11 minutes and 48 seconds left in the second quarter. All right, so the Raiders getting prepared to kick the ball off, and it is pooched out there towards the 31, and it's going to be taken by Hendricks. Hendricks is rolling to the opposite side of the field here, and he is caught up there, and that is number 3, Justin Perry, who made the big play on the last drive for the Raiders, comes up big defensively, and the Cougars will take over from there. That was a great job there by Justin Perry. Perry just came up. It was starting to look like Hendricks was about to make great things happen, and a great job.
That would be the first down for the Cougars on the 39-yard line. The first and 10 on the 39.
So here we go, first and 10, 39-yard line for Nottoway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from the Raider drive, see if they can put some points up on the board. First and 10 for the Cougars as they sit at the 39-yard line. And they give it off, and it is stuffed there by the Raiders, number 75. Kendall Smith getting the stop, and it's going to be second down. Hey, second and 7 here for Nottoway. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second quarter. Raiders defense stepped up big time on the last drive. See what they can do here. Nottoway trying to get their mojo going with 11 minutes left in the first half. So with a receiver on the far side, 2 here on the near side. And Johnson decides to call his own number, and the Raiders will force him out of bounds. And the main person there was number 18 there for the Raiders.
Third and 10 around the 40-yard line for Nottoway.
So third down and 10. So the Raiders put them right back in the position that they were after that 3-yard loss. So now Nottoway comes to the line, third and 10 from the 39-yard line. And they give it off, and trying to get to the outside there was Carter, but Martin was there for the Raiders along with number 18 for Amelia. So that's going to bring up fourth down and 6. And it puts the Raiders in a great opportunity to get the ball back and see if they can extend their lead. So the Cougars are getting set to punt the ball here. Johnson is back. Back for the Raiders is number 1, Anthony Harris, who got the touchdown earlier. Johnson boots that one away, and that's going to fly in out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark it. But it's going to put the Raiders in a solid field position to get started here. Looks like they'll be at the 41-yard line to start their drive. 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first half. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, as we continue to bring you this Amelia Raider broadcast as they take on the Nottoway Cougars here from Nottoway High School in this Raider Pride 365 broadcast. So first and 10 for Amelia. And Spurlock will take it himself, and then, oh, Todd Spurlock bounces to the outside. Spurlock has got space. He cuts back in. Another great block by Justin Perry, and the Raiders are inside of the 10-yard line in Cougar territory. First and 10 Amelia. Or excuse me, first and 8 Amelia. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
First and goal for Amelia on the 8-yard line.
So the Raiders are threatening once again with a chance to put some more points up on the board. And so number 18, Ian Davis, has done his thing here for the Raiders on that last 2 drives, stepping up big time in the absence of James Poole. 9 minutes and 27 seconds left in the half. They pitch it to Ja'Kai Woodley. Woodley takes a step back, and he's going to get a couple more yards. He's brought down at the 4 by number 4, Davion Pettis. So Pettis was there to get the stop there for Nottoway. And so now the Raiders inch a little bit closer. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. Now the Raiders sitting there 2nd and goal with a chance to go up by 2 scores if they can get in. They give it off to Woodley. Woodley up the middle, untouched. Ja'Kai Woodley into the end zone, touchdown Raiders. Ja'Kai Woodley, the senior, almost untouched. He may have got touched a little bit on the jersey, but pretty much untouched as he goes up the middle, and a touchdown for Amelia. That'll bring the score, Amelia 12, Nottoway 0, with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first half. And so Amelia with a 2-possession lead as we get ready for a TJ Penny field goal, or extra point attempt. Penny missed his first. He's hoping to get something going here on the second, and it is no good. It was wide to the right. He's got enough leg on it, just not able to put it through. So that will keep the Raiders score 12-0 with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in this second quarter. All right, so here we go, and the Raiders getting prepared to kick the ball off. Up 12-0 over Nottoway here in the second quarter. And there's a penalty on the play, and that's actually going to send Amelia back. So this kickoff is going to happen from the 25-yard line. Oh, man, so personal foul against the Raiders, 15-yard penalty, and that's going to put Amelia kicking this ball off from the 25-yard line, which should give Nottoway great field position. And there's the kick, and it's taken here by McCain. Oh, McCain tries to bounce it. McCain's got some room to move, and the Raiders are going to stop him, but McCain gets into, that was Deontay Watson. My apologies. So Deontay Watson for Nottoway gets across the 50, past the 40, and now Nottoway will have the football in great field position with 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in this first half. So great job there by Deontay Watson And so 1st and 10 for Nottoway. They're going to be sitting at the 39-yard line in Raider territory. So a chance to put some points up on the board here for the Cougars. First and 10 for Nottoway. And there's the handoff. And there's a host of Raiders in on that one. I see Davis up in there for the Raiders. Also, numbers 75, Kendall Smith, also there. And number 15, Alex, the Herminator Herman. So it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up for Nottoway. And they give it off. And the Raiders will stand them up a little bit. A couple of Raiders Herminator in on that one. Caleb Martin. Also, number 10, Justin Squire there to kind of, help get the push there. So it'll be 3rd and 3. And so can the Raiders defense make a stop here? Or Nottoway, can they keep pushing along? 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. So here we are, 3rd and 3, Nottoway with a chance to get a first down, and they do. And he's tripped up. But number 5, Benjamin Sykes, will pick up the first down for Nottoway. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars as they continue to drive down the field. And they put themselves in another good position and a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Nottoway. And there's a give off. And the Raiders, he's still chugging along, still on his feet. And, the ball is loose. And the Raiders grab it. Oh, man, that is a tough goal. Anton Carter was rolling towards the end zone, and a couple of Raiders were able to get there and knock it away. The Raiders are going to take over. Deep into Nottoway territory, but Nottoway's best chance of getting points just slipped away. And now the Raiders will have a chance to see if they can, maybe add on to that lead. But right now they're deep in Nottoway territory after that fumble. Carter almost looked unstoppable until the Raider was able to knock it away at the end. So it's going to be, looks like they're at the 1-yard line from here with 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So I got a correction at 3-yard line here. And so we've got a timeout by the Cougars with 6 minutes and 11 seconds left. And I think they just want to kind of recollect their thoughts, man, because it was a great drive going on. And Carter was, to be honest with you, it looked like he was about to score. And the ball slipped out of his hands, and the Raiders were able to take advantage of it. So the timeout going on right now, 6 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm Darrell on LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be back with more of this second quarter action in just a little bit. All right, so we'll see what things happen here for the Raiders. And we're back from the timeout. 6 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. And so the Raiders are deep in the Nottoway territory after Carter's fumble. Carter was chugging his way along to the end zone, and the Raiders, it looks like he just lost control of it. The Raiders were able to take advantage of the fumble, and now they have the possession with the score 12-0. And they have to go 97 yards if they want to put more points up on the board. So in the gun, there's the give off to Ja'Kai Woodley, who got the second touchdown of the day. Now Woodley with a nice little run here. He's going to be brought down, looks like by number 34, Khalil Drawhorn. So it'll be 2nd and 3.
Second and 2.
A long 2. I said 2nd and 3 here from the 8-yard line. And they hand it off. And a first down for Amelia, a run on the right side. And that was Ja'Kai Woodley. So what a game so far from the senior Ja'Kai Woodley. Got a touchdown, 2 nice runs, and picks up a Raider first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Amelia. And they are sitting at the 15-yard line. So 5 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock, and the Raiders are starting to get things really going here. But they're not, this game is not over by a long shot. But they have a chance to really put a little bit of a stranglehold here if they can score on this drive. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. And Spurlock will take it himself, and Spurlock will get across the 50, maybe to around like the 22-yard line. And so it's going to be 2nd down. And like 2nd and 2 here. Great job by the Raiders running game. They have looked really good tonight. And Spurlock has done a phenomenal job for the Raiders. It's tough when you lose your starting quarterback. You lost 2 of your starting quarterbacks. You had Sterling Smith, who came in at the beginning of the year as a starter, broke his wrist in the offseason, and then you lose Tyler Sherwood, who's your next up. And here comes Royal. Excuse me, I had to stop real quick as Marquand Royal. What a nice run. It's a first down, but there's a flag. This could be coming back. Let's see what they say with this. And the Raiders are walking back towards the, walking back where they were. And it looks like, yep, this one's against Amelia. That's a tough one right there because the Raiders were in a position to really get things, keep this drive alive, keep that time ticking, which is probably the most important thing. And so this would make this 2nd and 7. So they're still in a pretty good spot here, but they would have had the first down. So Spurlock in the gun with 2 receivers at the bottom, Squire and Purry, and up top he's got Harris. Pegram in motion, they give it off to Royal. Royal trying to get something out of it, but he's going to be brought down by a Cougar. And it looks like number 56, Jack McMillan, will get the stop there for the Cougars. And it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 4 for the Raiders. 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up for Amelia. Three minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. Raiders are doing a good job of making that clock work. That's what you want right now. You want that clock to work. But a first down here will really put them in a good chance to go up at the half. And there's a throw, and it's dropped. Spurlock had Harris, and it bounced off his hands, and that's going to bring a 4th down, and that should give the Cougars the ball back.
Timeout, Amelia.
if the Raiders decide to punt the ball. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in this first half. The Raiders are up 12-0. Once again, everybody, y'all are listening to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, and we'll be back with a little bit more in just a second.
If you're part of the escort.
So here we go, sitting at 4th and 4, and the Raiders are getting prepared to punt this ball away.
4th and 4, Raiders back to punt.
And so getting prepared to punt the ball away. Oh, no, they went for it. Oh, that is a gutsy move by the Raiders. I don't think they got it.
And it's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen.
If they got this, I'll be surprised. I think they're a yard short, if not 2 yards short. But maybe I'm wrong here. No, they're switching sides. So, yeah, this is going to be Nottoway football. No, wait a minute. No, this is Raider football. They're going to say the Raiders got the first down. So 1st and 10 for Amelia. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm shocked because it definitely looked like they were a yard short from this angle. Look, if there was replay and if I was Nottoway, I'd be calling the red flag immediately. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Oh, man, the Raiders may have gotten away with one there because they definitely looked like they were a yard short. Here's the pitch to Royal. Now Royal will run it to the 34-yard line, but we have a flag on the play. And so this
Holding on the Raiders.
is going to be against Amelia, holding penalty. So that's going to make this 1st and 20. And it's crazy because you just had a really nice gift, if you want to say that, because that's what it felt like. The Raiders will be first. Looks like they have this ball at the, I want to say this is at the 17-yard line. So it's going to be first and, we're going to say 1st and 17 here.
17 for the Raiders.
So, yeah, 1st and 17. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Oh, the ball is loose, and it was Pegram. Oh, no, and Nottoway's going to take advantage of it, it looks like. Who got it?
Who's got it?
Did Amelia get the ball back? Wow, that is another break for the Raiders. Pegram lost control of the ball, but the Raiders able to get it back. Looks like Anthony Harris was able to recover the football for Amelia. Oh, man, there's 2 big breaks for the Raiders on that drive, 2. Because that one looked like it was going Nottoway's way. And then the other one, well, they got a first down that looks like they were a yard short, but hey, I'm just in the booth. I don't make those calls. But it's going to be 2nd and long here for Amelia. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 20.
13-yard line.
So 2nd and 20 with 1minute and 18. Most important thing here for the Raiders, you want to score, but if you can get in the halftime and they dump it off to Royal as Spurlock finds Marquand Royal, and Royal gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line, and a nice pickup by the Raiders. Just a great job there. And we're looking at a Raider timeout coming up. So it's going to be 3rd and, let's see where they place this ball at. Oh, man, what a great run by Royal. It's a 19-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 1 if what the flag or what the chain crew is indicating, it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Raiders with 58 seconds left in the first half. So, man, the Raiders really were able to pull a rabbit out their head on this drive. And if anything, maybe not scoring, but like I was saying, being able to just kill time may have been the biggest part of this drive. I mean, if I was a Cougar fan, I'm maybe a little bit mad. Maybe a little bit mad. All right, so 3rd and 1. The Raiders with a minute left. The question is, do you try to score or you just get the first down and kill that time? I know I'm kind of repeating that, but that's kind of where it is. I'm intrigued to see where they move with this. So at 3 receivers on the near side, 1 up top. Spurlock will step up in the pocket, looking deep, and he's got Squire, and I thought he caught it. Oh, it went through his fingers. Oh, man, he had an opportunity at it, but he could not bring it in. I'm sorry, I got excited a little bit early. Squire had a hand on it. Now, I'm surprised that they went deep on 3rd and 1 because you could have got the first down, then take that shot. But, you know, I'm pretty sure Coach Johnson had his reasons. But, man, the Raiders still not in a bad spot here. 4th and 1. I'd be surprised if they punt this football. I mean, but if I'm Amelia, I wouldn't want Nottoway to get the ball this deep. So you better pick up this first down if you're Amelia. If not, you're going to put them in a really good position. And, it is blown up. And that's going to be a turnover on downs as Woodley's not able to get anything off of that. And there's a great tackle by number 30, Anton Carter. And so this might be a time for redemption here for Nottoway. They got 45 seconds to try to put points up on the board here before the half.
Just a reminder, at halftime, we will be crowning your Nottoway High School King.
So the Raiders right now holding on to a 12-0 lead here in Nottoway. And they're trying to see if they can get in and out of this bad boy with a win tonight. But the Cougars trying to set things off properly for homecoming. So 1st and 10 for Nottoway. And don't be surprised if they go with Carter here. Even after the fumble, I mean, he was bulldozing some Raider defenders on that last drive. Johnson decides to move. He floats that one up. It's intercepted by Justin Purry. And now the Raiders, Purry. Purry's got space and opportunity. Justin Purry up the sideline, 20-10. There is a flag, so I don't think this is going to stand. But Justin Purry takes it into the end zone. If it's against Amelia, that's coming back, and it's in the indication that that's going to come back. But, man, what an effort by Justin Purry. And let's see. So it's a block in the back against the Raiders. And so the touchdown will not stand, and that's another sigh of relief there for the Cougars because Purry was gone. Purry was gone. A block in the back will take away the touchdown. The score will remain 12-0 Amelia, but the Raiders have the ball after the interception with 27.4 seconds on the clock.
1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Boy, oh boy. As soon as we saw the flag, I was like, yeah, that's it. That one is definitely coming back. It was in the direction that the Raiders were going to have to come back there. But like I was saying a few minutes ago, this is good for the Raiders to an extent because you got the ball with the last 27 seconds in the half. You can tick-tock this away and then go into halftime with the lead. So if you're smart here, you take care of the ball here. No need to try to do anything crazy if you're Amelia. I would potentially even take a knee. But no, they are moving it up a little bit. And it's going to be 1st and 10 And they are at the 33-yard line. So 33-yard line for Amelia. 1st and 10. Man, I tell you what, that was a definitely a turn. And Spurlock was going to roll to his right. There's a flag. And once again, I'm surprised the Raiders are even throwing the football here. You're up by 2 touchdowns. And he looked for number 15, Alex, the Herminator Herman. It's incomplete. And this one I'm pretty sure is going to be against the Raiders. And so there's some discussion going on between the officials. And now, so it looks like the Raiders have the ball at the, I'm sorry, y'all. They're just trying to make sure I give you the most accurate information here. And so the flag, we still don't know what the call is. And so the Raiders have the football at the 24-yard line. So it's still some kind of confusion.
Illegal motion on the Raiders.
So I guess they're saying it was an illegal motion against the Raiders. And so the Raiders will take it from the 24-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, and a big hit. Number 40, Jaden Foster with the tackle. That should send us into halftime, and the halftime festivities should be heading our way for the Cougars. But no, there is a timeout. So I'm kind of confused on what's happening here. A very awkward decision here by the officials because they took them back 10 yards and they left the yardage. They said it was a legal screen, but it just seemed really confusing on what they were trying to do there. But it is 3rd and 21 here for Amelia. I'm telling you, it's been a very interesting first half, but the Raiders have had control for the most part. A couple of bad penalties on their end that I think really may have held back their progress a little bit in this game, but they are up 12-0, and they have the football with 12.7 seconds left in the half. So 3rd down.
We know it's 2nd down.
Let's see what the Raiders do here. Why they're still in the gun. Intriguing. They give it to Purry. And Purry will break one tackle. Justin Purry is making a move. Once again, a 1st down for the Raiders. With 1.9 seconds, the Raiders pick up the 1st down, and another great run by Justin Purry.
We're up to the 46-yard line.
So the Raiders are going to call timeout with 1.9 seconds left in the half. And so don't be surprised if they're still moving and grooving and trying to make things happen. We can expect a Hail Mary here, or at least some type of play towards the end zone with 1.9 seconds left in this first half. What a first half, ladies and gentlemen. What a first half. Man, I tell you, Justin Purry has had himself a really nice game. Got an interception, might have had another touchdown, but he got called back because of the hold. He scored. He had a really great play on that first drive to get the Raiders their first points. He's just had a really good game tonight. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. So Spurlock is going to let it loose, and it is incomplete, and that will send us to the half. Man, oh, man. So we head to halftime with the score. Amelia 12 and Nottoway 0. Man, ladies and gentlemen, it's it's been an interesting one here from Nottoway, but the Raiders are up on top. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm your man, Darrell Owens. So at the half right now, we've got ourselves a 12-0 Amelia contest as they have a slight advantage, a two-possession advantage over the Cougars. I like a lot of what I saw in the first half from the Raiders' standpoint. You saw the Raiders do some really good things. You saw the Raiders do some things that I wish that they hadn't have done, but growing pains. And you can see the team continues to get better and continues to do some good stuff. Great first half by Justin Purry. Great first half by Justin Purry. Ja'Kai Woodley also having a good first half. We also saw Spurlock making some things happen with his feet. So a great overall job. Here's Papa Spurlock right there. So just a great job there by the Raiders offense. Then we also saw the defense make some pretty good plays. We saw Ian Davis stepping in and making some nice things happen in the absence of James Poole, which I'm hoping to get an update, and hopefully we'll have that update for you here before we get back on the air for the second half. But great job so far by the Raiders. Anthony Harris touchdown, a Ja'Kai Woodley touchdown lead the way, and some great play overall by the Raiders. But they've got some things to clean up. We'll see what Coach Johnson and the crew have in store in this second half. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. We'll be back in 15 minutes. They have the halftime festivities going on for Nottoway, so we'll be back in just a little while. Thank you for tuning in.
Sophomore princess, Kyra Braxton, escorted by Ronald Oliver Jr. and Shantae Braxton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost back. The second half is about to go down. The teams are ready to get things rolling here in the second half. So thank you all for those who stayed. And sorry if it was too long, but they, like I said, they had homecoming. Starting quarterback Condrevius, I gotta say his name wrong, but I apologize. Condreas Johnson won the homecoming king. So congratulations to him. And the queen was Diamond Jennings. So congratulations to Ms. Jennings and Mr. Johnson on being the Nottoway homecoming king and queen. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders will be crowning their new homecoming king and queen. And so can't wait to see who will wear the crown for the Raiders next week. But we're about to get this rolling here for the second half. Once again, thank you all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network. All right, so Raiders getting prepared to kick the ball off. Third quarter about to go down, and they'll be ready to boot this thing as Nottoway will take possession here in this second half to get things started. And there's the kickoff by Penny, and it's taken at the 30-yard line here by number 6, Trent Hayes. And Hayes will take it to about the 38, 37-yard line. And this is where the Cougars will start their next drive, or the first drive here in this second half. 11 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter. So if you're the Raiders, it's been a long break, with the extra halftime, so things always get a little bit choppy during that time frame. See which team will come out freshest or come out with that energy to get the ball rolling. So 1st and 10. All right, so second down coming up for Nottoway. It'll be 2nd and 7. Cougars at the 40-yard line. And we do have an update on Poole. Seems like he had an ankle injury, and so they took him to the emergency room for precaution reasons to make sure he's okay. So hopefully he is okay and it's nothing too crazy. I hope to see James Poole back on the field this year for the Raiders. 10 minutes and 47 seconds. It's going to be 3rd and 4 after a run for the Cougars. So here we go, 3rd and 4, and they're at the 43-yard line. And they've got to get to the 47 to pick up the first. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Cougars in a power formation. Johnson will give it off. Oh, what a great job by the Herminator. Alex Herman with a great tackle. And Sykes tried to get to the outside there, but a great play by the Herminator. That's going to bring up 4th down. So it'll be 4th and 5 coming up for Nottoway. And this is intriguing. If you're Nottoway, do you attempt to go for it? But it does look like Johnson is back to punt this away. And I'll be honest with you, the way the Raiders' offense has cooked early in this contest, or as well as they play early in this contest, I don't know if I would make that leap if I'm Nottoway. And they get that one, they boot it away. takes a bounce near the 30 and rolls out at the 21, 22-yard line around that range, and the Raiders will start their next drive from there. So 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. The Raiders have possession of the football, up 12-0. All right, so the Raiders with possession, 1st and 10, and they're sitting at the 21-yard line. So you got 3 receivers at the bottom, 1 up top here for the Raiders. Spurlock will give it off to Woodley. Woodley, who's got a touchdown on the day, tries to get to the outside, but Carter does a really good job of pursuing him there. It looks like number 76, Esmar Henderson Jr. also was over there for Nottoway. I was going to bring up 2nd and 12.
12 for Amelia after that stop by Carter Nottoway.
8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Raiders with possession. See if the Raiders can get that offense going like they did in the first half. So in the gun, 2 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Spurlock decides to do a little RPO, and he is brought down. And a great job there by Anton Carter. So Carter read that play, sniffed it out, and gets the stop.
Another stop by Carter.
So that's a nice little loss there for third and 19 coming up here for the Raiders, and not the way you want to start the second half.
With the ball at about the 18-yard line.
The Cougars defense is playing really well on this possession. 7 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. In the gun, looks to his left, and he was looking for Purry. That pass is incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down, and we should see the Raiders punt team come on the field. So at 7:29, the Cougars should be getting the ball back here. Now, we have seen the Raiders in this contest fake a punt. Now, if they fake the punt from here, they're brave. I don't see that happening from this position. But they did make their last one today when they faked the punt. So and it's a high. Oh, no. You just got to, and that's going to be a safety. And that's the 4th snap that we saw go over the head today. So the center exchange has been a little rough for the Raiders, and that's going to put 2 points on the board for Nottoway. So the Raiders are going to have to punt the ball here, and now Nottoway is going to have a chance to get this thing a little bit closer. But it is 12-2. Raiders still up, but a nice break there for the Cougars as they get their first points of the contest.
So at 7:23 left in the third quarter, Amelia 12, Nottoway 2.
So now the Raiders will kick this thing off, and he boots it, and it's going to be taken at the 42 lost control of it. And to the outside, and now the Cougars with a nice run by Deontay Watson, who's going to give the Cougars great field position to start this next drive. So 1st and 10 for Nottoway. And what a great return there by Watson.
First and 10 for Nottoway on the 32-yard line.
So now the Cougars sitting in really good field position to start this drive, sitting at the 33-yard line. And they give it off. It looks like it might have been Sykes on the run, but he's going to be stopped. Number 75, Kendall Smith with the stop. So 2nd and 9.
2nd out of 9 for the Cougars on the 31-yard line.
Second and 9 coming up for the Cougars. And they give it off to Carter. Carter's looking for the end zone. And Carter will get it inside of the 10. And now the Cougars have a chance to bring this a little bit closer. And they are inside of the 10. Looks like they're going to be maybe like near the 8 or 9 yard line. We'll see where they place it, but it will be 1st and goal.
Ball on the 8, 1st and goal for Cougars.
And then they hand it off, and it looked like they're trying to get something out of it, but the Raiders are there to get the stop. And number 77, Davion Royal, gets the stop there for Amelia. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Can Nottoway get the points they need on the board here to make this potentially a 12-10 game, maybe even a 12-9 game? Second and goal here for Nottoway. Johnson under center. Wouldn't be surprised if you go to Carter here. They give it to Carter. Carter bouncing to the outside, and Carter will slam his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nottoway. Anton Carter. And a great job there by Carter. You know, we thought he might have scored a little bit earlier. The Raiders were able to take advantage of a play. And so this is now a 12-8 game as Anton Carter gets into the end zone. It's 12-8, Amelia. Just an amazing job by the Nottoway run game. So now going for 2 points. Carter got the, will they give it back to him again? They go the same play, and the Raiders sniff it out. And it is no good. Caleb Martin. Harris also in on that one. Anthony Harris for Amelia. And it looks like the Herminator also was on that one. So it'll stay 12-8. Amelia up by 4, but Nottoway have inched this thing a little bit closer. They scored 8 unanswered points here in this third quarter. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Nottoway only down by 4 to the Raiders. I'd like to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors here for our Raider Pride 365 broadcast, and that is a smidgen of Philly at 16450 Court Street, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. or you can reach them at 804-561-1372. They have a Facebook page coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. But you still have about 2 weeks left. If you still want to get you some water ice or Italian ices, you still got a chance to go ahead and check them out over there. And so Siobhan Hardy and her business is just such a great business. Just make sure you check it out. And by middle of October, they will be doing cheesesteaks. So if you would like to just have a smidgen of Philly, this will be your opportunity to head on down to 16450 Court Street, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. And once again, you can reach them at 804-561-1372. Now, myself, I'm going to get a chance to get a smidgen of Philly next week as I head to Philly as the Commanders take on the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm going to see what I can get out of that. But anyway, after the kickoff here, the Raiders are going to take possession. And there was a flag, so we'll see where they put it. Raiders should have it at the 40. And so it looks like they are going to take it from the 35. So the Raiders will get it at the 35-yard line to start this drive, up 12-8. Up 12-8 with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. And Amelia.
1st and 10 for Amelia on the 35.
Hoping to regain that momentum they had in the first half here in this second half. So we got Spurlock in the gun, a little bit of a high snap. He's able to get it. They hand it off to Woodley. Woodley's going to pick up a first down and more. Woodley still on his feet, and oh man, what a run by Ja'Kai Woodley. That's going to be a first down for the Raiders. There's no flags on the field, and Woodley takes it all the way down to the Cougar 31. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Raiders in Nottoway territory. So a nice way to fire back there for the Raiders.
First and 10 for Amelia on the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 32-yard line. Spurlock decides to take it himself. He bounces to his right side. Spurlock gets through one tackle, still on his feet. There's a flag, and I'm intrigued to see what this is. And it's holding against the Raiders. So a first down for the Raiders is taken away, and I don't like the scene I'm seeing. If that's Spurlock on the ground, that is not good for the Raiders.
There is an injured Amelia player.
And I can't see who it is, but it does look like it is Spurlock, and that is not good for the Raiders right now with the quarterback situation that they are in. And it looks like it might just be a cramp. It looks like they're stretching them out, so we'll see where it goes from there. So he's getting up. That's a good sign for the Raiders because they cannot afford to have any injuries, but especially not at the quarterback position. Spurlock right now technically is the 3rd quarterback on this team. He's played well tonight, but and I'm not 100% sure who's the emergency quarterback for the Raiders. I want to say it's Squire. We'll see here in just a second, but he's got to come out for at least one play. 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Raiders holding on to a 4-point lead, 12-8. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 15 for Amelia. And trying to see who they have in at QB. This might be Purry. I think they have Justin Purry in at QB. Prairie did play a little quarterback in the JV level.
Delay a game on Amelia. That's a 5-yard penalty.
So a delay a game against the Raiders, and that's going to make this 1st and 20. So,
That a 1st and 21
man, the Raiders are losing some yards here.
on the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 21, they give it off to Royal, and Royal will get up the middle and get to the 40-yard line. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and that's going to bring up 2nd. That'll be a 2nd and 17.
On the 39-yard line.
Correction, it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 20, so. Second down and long here for the Raiders. And Spurlock is back in. They give it to Purry. And there's a penalty, and I think this is going to be against the Raiders. But Justin Purry is making his run into the end zone once again. That would be a 3rd, or at least a 2nd touchdown here for Purry. But I think this one is coming back. Another great play by Purry. Looks like it's going to get taken away. Oh, no, they're going to say it's a touchdown. So Justin Purry, touchdown will count. What a play by Justin Purry. Got the reception, cut across the field, just turned on the Jets and the Raiders. Touchdown will count. And I'm a little surprised because the flag was thrown in the direction of maybe holding, maybe even a block in the black or something in that range, but no. It is a touchdown for the Raiders. So 18-8, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So from what I've been told, it was a sideline warning against Nottoway, and that what the penalty was. So the touchdown will remain. And so the Raiders are up 18-8 with a chance to make this a 12-point game once again.
The 2-point conversion by Amelia is no good. 2:54 left in the 3rd.
So 2-point conversion not good. The score will remain 18-8. Amelia up as 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the 3rd. So great job here by the Raiders. Justin Purry gets in the end zone. And after a great drive by Nottoway, the Raiders answer right back and get some points up on the board to extend the lead back out to 10.
In the James River District.
And there's a kickoff there by the Raiders. That one's going to take a bounce at the 22, but we got a flag on the play. So it looks like the flag came in. Now they're going to take this back a little bit, and it'll be 5 yards. The Raiders will kick this one off from the 35. So Raiders will re-kick it after the offsides penalty against the Raiders. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. There's the kick by Penny. And one takes a bounce at the 31. That's going to roll out of bounds, and there'll be a flag, and the Cougars are going to get the ball at the 35-yard line.
It appears that Amelia will be re-kicking.
So it looks like they will be re-kicking the ball off again. So Raiders will kick off again. And they'll be at the 35 kicking it off. Raiders did a really good job of responding on that last drive. And now we have another 5-yard penalty against the Raiders. Man, they're just slowly but surely going back. Hey, at this point, just don't move until the ball is in the air. that's the route I would go if I was Amelia. That's 2 offsides penalties against the Raiders. And there's the kick. And that one scribbles to around the 40, where it's taken by the Cougars. And he'll get pushed out near the 46-yard line in Raider territory. And that was number 33, Jadarian Hendricks. And so Hendricks puts the Cougars in Raider territory with 2 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock.
On the 48-yard line of Amelia. First and 10.
First and 10 for Nottoway, sitting at the 47-yard line. They're going to try to see if they can retaliate against the Raider lad drive to give it off to Sykes, and Sykes will pick up a nice gain there, maybe anywhere between 7 and 8 yards. You saw Justin Squire get the tackle.
Second down and about 4.
So 2nd and 4 here for
On the 41-yard line.
Nottoway, and they get a little bit closer. They're sitting at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 4. And they give it off to Carter, who was their workhorse on the last drive, and the Herminator is there to meet him for Amelia. But it is a first down for the Cougars. So a nice run by Carter. It'll be 1st and 10, but there's a player struggling to get up. That was Purry, but it seems to be okay.
First and 10 for the Cougars on about the 38-yard line.
So next week, the Raiders travel to Nandua, which is out there by the Eastern Shore, and your boy might be out there to physically live stream that one. So you might actually get to see what we got going on, but still waiting to hear back on that. We'll figure out what the deal is on that soon. And they hand it off, and he is stuffed. Sykes is stopped by Ian Davis. Davis has done a really good job filling in for the senior James Poole. And I did see James is in the broadcast. He says he's watching, so good to hear from James. I'm glad that he's seems to be okay. Good to hear that from James. So 2nd and 10 coming up here for Nottoway. And they're sitting at the 37-yard line. 1:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Raiders holding on to a 10-point lead, 18-8. And they hand it off to, oh, no, they don't. Done a good fake there. They faked me out. And Purry was there to stop Sykes. I don't think he got a lot on that. Looks like he may have got 2, and it'll be 3rd and 8. So the Raiders have a chance if they can get 2 more stops here to get the ball back. But we are 40 seconds left. We have 40 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Third and 8. And there's the handoff. And that was Carter. Picks up a little bit more, but that will be and should be the last play of this third quarter. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 4 when we get back here on the broadcast. So we will be heading into the 4th quarter with the score, Amelia 18, Nottoway 8. Cougars have the football. 4th and 4. The Raiders, if they can get a stop, will get the ball back. And can the Cougars pick up another 1st down and keep this drive going? Maybe bring this contest just a little bit closer. I'm Darrell, Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be back in just a couple seconds. All right, so we're getting ready for this 4th quarter. It's the 4th quarter. It's 4th and 4, and the Raiders need a stop here to reclaim the football. And the Cougars, don't be surprised if you see Carter get this football. He's been their workhorse for the most part of this game, and he's been their go-to guy on the ground. And Carter's a bruiser, so that would be the move here for Nottoway, in my opinion. But we haven't seen him really go to the air that much. 4 for 4. Here it is. There's a handoff, and it's a Carter, and it's going to be a 1st down for Nottoway. So once again, Anton Carter bruising his way up the middle for a 1st down for the Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10. 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in this 4th quarter. And they're sitting at the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Nottoway.
1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10. They hand it off, and Carter is met. No, he's still fighting. Caleb Martin was the first one there for the Raiders. I also saw Ian Davis trying to drag the big man down. And it's going to be 2nd and 7.
2nd and about 7 for Nottoway.
Second down here, maybe a long 6 or 7 yards. Give it all to Sykes, and the Raiders can't stop him there. It's a nice run there by Sykes.
Nice run by Sykes.
And it might be a 1st down. Let's see. No, it's going to be close. It's going to be 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1, and they're sitting at the 11-yard line.
3rd and 1 on the 11 for Nottoway.
Nottoway, 10 minutes and 5 seconds left. They can get a 1st down here, and they continue this drive. Johnson gives it off to Carter, and Carter is met by a host of Raiders as they come in with a big stop. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That is 4th down for Cougars.
So 4th and 1, the Raiders are going to need one more stop here. But to be completely honest with you, it's tough. When you got a bruiser like Carter who's just physically imposing, it could be tough. It looks like they lost a yard on that, so it'll be 4th and 2. It's a tough deal. But Carter has been that workhorse for the Cougars. 9 minutes and 52 seconds left in the quarter. It's a big play for both teams here. A stop by the Raiders. They have a chance to really take some time off the clock. Nottoway needs this to keep things alive. He lost control of the ball, but Carter's able to get it. Oh, I don't know if he got it. It is, whoa, wait a minute. The Raiders have the football. Oh, so what is happening here? Are they, and so the ball popped into the air, and I'm just kind of confused here. You see the Nottoway team heading to the sideline. I think the Raiders got the football. They do. That's going to be Raider football. Whoa. It was weird because you saw Carter get it. It was a little bit of a miscommunication. The ball kind of like bad exchange between Johnson and Carter. The ball kind of popped into the air. You saw a Raider player grab it, but we still weren't sure. But the Raiders have taken possession. So 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, Raider football.
1st and 10.
Well.
On the 11-yard line.
This is a big drive here for the Raiders. So now the Raiders, they can work the clock here and kill as much clock as possible. That's got to be the move here. Here are the Raiders. And so they give it to Royal, and Royal is stuffed in the backfield. Marquand Warrior tried to get things going, but Mason Jennings is there with the stop. And that's going to be 2nd down.
Second down and 12 for Amelia.
2nd and 12 here for the Raiders. Holding on to a 10-point lead, 18-8, 8 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. And so they give it off in a nice little pickup here as they give it to Woodley, who's had himself a decent day for the Raiders. A couple of big 1st down runs, got a touchdown on the day.
3rd and 4 for Amelia.
So 3rd and 4 coming up. The Raiders, if they can get a 1st down here, they can probably take off another 2 to 3 minutes.
16-yard line.
Raiders are slowly but surely working their way. Man in motion. And they give it off to Woodley, and Woodley is going to get stuffed, and guess who's there? Anton Carter. And so that one will put the Raiders, it'll be 4th and 9.
About 4th and 9.
So but here's where the problem kicks in if you're the Raiders. They've had some problems with the snap and today, and if you're the Raiders, what do you do here? I mean, you got to punt the ball, but they've got to make sure that they can have a good exchange. As Jones is back to punt this away for the Raiders. All right, good season. He gets it off. Number 4 there, Davion Pettis, was close to blocking that thing for the Cougars, but that'll take a roll, and the Raiders will down it at the 34-yard line. And so the Cougars will take over from there. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left. Cougars are down by 10. But the Raiders did what they really needed to do on that drive to an extent, and that's take time off and put as much pressure on this Nottoway team as possible. So 6 minutes and 24 seconds. We'll be back in just a second. Here it is. There's the give off to Carter. And Carter with a nice run. So 2nd and 5 coming up for Nottoway. So second, it actually looked like it might be 2nd and 6 here. And we have a timeout on the field by the Cougars. 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Time is ticking, and the Cougars are trying to find a way to get this a little bit closer. Can the Raiders defense put a lock in on the Cougars, hold things up? We'll find out in just a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. So 2nd and 6 coming up here. It could maybe a long 5, but it looks like 2nd and 6 to me here for the Cougars. 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the 4th. Raiders trying to hold on to this lead and get their 2nd win of the year. The Cougars looking for win number 1. Second and 6. Under the center is the homecoming king. Johnson looking up top, and it is knocked away.
Pass incomplete.
Great job
Third down,
there
5.
by the Raiders DBs. So that was number 9 for the Raiders
3rd and 5 for
with the
Cougars.
knockaway. 3rd down. So 3rd and 6. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. A little bit of a baby miscommunication, but Johnson's going to make something out of it. And Caleb Martin will wrap him around his feet. And the Raiders, Purry and Davis, all come to the aid of Martin. That's going to be 4th down. Good job by Caleb Martin, who was able to kind of get over there, wrap his arms around the legs of Johnson to prevent the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 1.
4th and 2 for the Cougars.
Fourth and 1, another big 4th down situation here. The Raiders defense was able to step up the last time. Can they step up this time? Nottoway. They give it off to Carter, and he's going to pick up the 1st. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Nottoway. 4 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock.
1st and 10 for our Nottoway Cougars. First and 10 on about 23-yard line. 1st and 10 on 23
1st and 10 for the Cougars. They give it off to Carter, and there was a Raider that flew through like a bullet,
Carter stopped by Amelia.
and that was Purry. Purry was the first one there. He saw what was happening. He was able to get a hold of Carter. So it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Second and 10 for the Cougars. Second and 9 for the Cougars.
Here's second and 9 for the Cougars. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. The best thing that's happening here, the Raiders, even though they're making strides, they're stopping them. And, oh, Darius Jeter with the tackle. Hands it off to Sykes, and Darius Jeter is there to get the stop. Third down. So 3rd and 8. And I think I said the biggest thing here for the Raiders is even though Nottoway is making progress, they're eating up a lot of time. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
3rd and 8 for the Cougars on the 20-yard line.
So 3rd and 8. 3 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock.
It's timeout, Amelia.
So we got a timeout by the Raiders with 3 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. And it's 3rd and 8. And right now, the Cougars are still trying to find that answer. They can get some points up on the board here before the end of this one. And maybe have one more shot at it. But right now, the Raiders are up by 10, 2-possession lead. Oh, man, what a game it has been. Real quick, we want to give love to our sponsors. Hustle indefinitely. Part-time is not an option. Hustle indefinitely. www.hustleindefinitely.com.
For the Cougars on the 20-yard line. Let's hear it for our cheerleaders, ladies and gentlemen.
And, of course, a smidgen of Philly. Make sure you check them out at 16450 Court Street, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. So 3rd and 8 here for the Cougars. And they give it off. Oh, and Purry and Squire are there. They handed it off to Watson, who's had a couple of great plays himself today. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down for Cougars.
So it'll be 4th and 6. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left.
4th and 6 for the Cougars with the ball on the 19-yard line.
So 4th down, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Cougars need a first. If the Raiders get the ball back, they can, done properly, they can take almost all of this 3 minutes off the clock. So here we go, 4th and 6. And I think we might have a timeout, and we do. We've got a timeout by the Cougars. With 3:03 left in this 4th quarter, the Raiders are up by 10, 18-8. Coach Johnson and his team are looking to get win number 2. A defensive stop here will put them on the path to where they want to be to make that happen. And while we're waiting for the timeout, one more last shout out for our other sponsor, Legendary Culture Films, with the movie Black Sheep coming out soon on Tubi. It's going to be a thrilling movie you got to make sure you be ready for. It's going to be drama. It's going to be a little bit of everything in there. But Black Sheep coming out. Can't wait to see it on Tubi from Legendary Culture Films. So the thing here for Nottoway is we haven't seen Nottoway throw the ball that much. When they have thrown the ball, things haven't quite went their way. So they've done a lot of ground game tonight. And I'm intrigued to see if they attempt to go for something here.
4th down and 6 for Nottoway. the 19-yard line.
4th and 6. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in this fourth quarter. And we see Johnson in the gun is something we haven't seen that much. He got a receiver at the bottom, 2 up top. And we've got another timeout. So another timeout, and you can kind of see Johnson's face. He looks a little bit upset. So back-to-back timeouts here for Nottoway, and I don't know if there's a little bit of confusion going on. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but another timeout. And they could be icing themselves here on this one. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to ice yourself, but it feels like they're icing themselves on this one. So we'll see. 4th and 6. We'll be back in just a second. All right, so 4th and 6. 2 receivers up top, 2 at the bottom with a back in the backfield, which is Carter. Johnson looking across, and it's incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs and Raider football. So the Raiders take over. And I don't think Coach Pettis could figure out what exactly he wanted to do on that one. I think they had an idea. And I don't know if the 2 timeouts may have even confused some of the players. And so now the Raiders are going to take over in their own territory from the 19-yard line. But with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left, the Raiders have a chance to lock this one away and put it away, kill a lot of time off the clock. First and 10 for the Raiders. Spurlock in the gun with 2 receivers up top and 2 at the bottom. And Spurlock takes it himself, makes a couple of moves, and Spurlock is going to get slung to the ground by number 86, Mason Jennings, who wasn't going to let him go too far.
Second down, about 4 for Amelia.
So 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they've got a chance to put this thing away if they can get the first down here. I do not believe that Nottoway have any more timeouts. Ja'Kai Woodley with the run gets across the 30 to the 32. May mark it at the 31-yard line. So it is. It's a first down for the Raiders, and that may do it. I do not think they have any more timeouts. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders here with 1 minute and 45. They can hold on here. They will get win number 2 on the year as they head to Nandua next week. I can't say it right, Nandu. I'll say it by next week. And Ja'Kai Woodley breaks loose and picks up a first down for the Raiders. Woodley gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First down Raiders with 1 minute 32. What a run by the senior. Beautifully done. And the Raiders are they're on the path to pick up win number 2. So 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 5 left. And the Raiders played really well today offensively. They had some moments, but they played well overall as Woodley chugs his way near the 40. And he's going to be brought down near like the 30. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 39.
For Amelia.
So it'll be 2nd and 1. Coach Johnson has to be happy with what he's seen from his team today. There's a couple things they're going to work on. I think hopefully by next week they got to fix that center quarterback exchange. A couple of high ones today. We also saw one on a punt that ended up giving Nottoway 2 points in this one. So those are things the biggest thing that I'll take away that the Raiders I feel like need to work on. I think they did really good running the football, some great passes, good mobility by Spurlock, and now the Raiders are 5 seconds away from a win. And ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders come into Nottoway on homecoming night and get an 18-8 victory over the Cougars. What a great job. What a great job here by the Raiders as they get the win 18-8. They'll move to 2-2 on the season.
As a reminder, volleyball takes on.
Great job by Amelia.
Cross-country travels to Fort Union
Just a
on
great
Wednesday,
overall
and the football
great
team
overall
is back
job
in
by the
action
Raiders.
At Cumberland this Thursday.
All right, everybody, that is it. We got a final here from Nottoway High School as the Amelia Raiders win this one 18-8. Just a great game, I think, overall for the Raiders. I think they did a really good job of just figuring that thing out. They had some really good plays. Justin Purry had himself a really good day. We saw Spurlock had a really good day. We saw a couple of people just do some really good stuff here for the Raiders. Ian Davis had a good day. I don't want to miss anybody out, but Davis had a good day. Caleb Martin had some great defensive plays today. And then I'm just going through. Justin Squire made some moves. Look, the team as a whole, Anthony Harris got a touchdown in on the day. I just wanted to kind of give all the love I possibly could give on that. But great job, Raiders. They get the win. They move to 2-2. They'll take on Nandu next week at Eastern Shore. The plan right now is to go live, and I plan on live streaming, but that may change by Wednesday. We will see. But hopefully, right now it's a yes, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you another Raider Pride 365 broadcast next week. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell Owens of the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Truly, thank you for watching. Make sure you go and subscribe to our channels and all that good stuff. Just truly appreciate the opportunity to bring you the game today. Thank you. Sorry we couldn't go visually, but I'm glad I was able to bring it to you on the audio front. Until next time.
Thanks, Rob. Good night. Safe drive back.